කියලා ඉවරයක් කරන්න බැරි තරම් නිෂ්පාදන පෙළක්. කියස් නිෂ්පාදන අරිම මිලට හොඳම තත්ත්වයෙන්.
Sri Lankan economy continued to recover steadily in 2024 following its deepest economic downturn experienced 2 years ago. The road to recovery was difficult, but notably faster compared to most distressed economies. Reforms backed by the IMF program continued, political stability was restored, and external debt restructuring reached near completion. These supported the country's exit from the restricted default rating. That clearly shows that we have moved out of the crisis within a very short period, much faster than many distressed countries. Sri Lankan economy rebounded with a 5% real growth in 2024 following 2 consecutive years of contraction. And this was a broad-based growth with all 3 sectors of the production supporting for this growth. Let me briefly talk about the macroeconomic outlook. On the inflation, we expect inflation to turn positive by mid of this year and stabilize around the 5% level. To achieve the continuous price stability, the central bank's independence and greater transparency and public accountability would be instrumental. For growth, we see that restoration of macroeconomic stability is expected to support Sri Lankan economy to maintain its positive growth momentum. However, timely, proactive and reactive measures to any external headwinds will be needed to soften any impacts on the growth. And on the interest rate, the domestic market interest rates are likely to be stable at a lower level, and expansionary momentum in the private sector is expected to continue this year as well. And Sri Lanka commenced negotiation with US authorities, and the first round of negotiation has been completed and the negotiations continue. Now there are positive signs emerging on some easing of trade uncertainties globally. And the possible impact of US tariff policies on global economies are expected to be high. On the growth and trade side, we have seen IMF has reduced the global growth projection to 2.8% in 2025, considering this uncertainty. And WTO has reduced the global merchandise trade volumes projection to a contraction of 0.2%. And these uncertainties are expected to affect investment, market efficiency, trade flows, and supply chains. The possible impact on Sri Lanka's export is also high, because our reliance on US is quite high.
Experienced several months of deflation. How confident is the central bank that this is not drifting into a stagnation trap?
We have seen several months of deflation, which is unusual for a country like Sri Lanka. In the past, I think we've seen only a couple of months of deflation in the past. We are very confident that within the next few months, there will be positive inflation. The other aspect is that we should think of the drivers of this current deflation. As we know, the fuel prices have also adjusted downwards in line with the global energy prices. So when you think of those factors that have affected deflation, they're actually growth positive. So the lower electricity tariffs and lower fuel prices are actually helping the businesses as well as individuals. So it's not growth negative. This deflation is not going to be growth negative. It is growth positive. But as I said before, we are not expecting this deflation to continue for more than 2 or 3 months.